there is a story about Trevor Noah and his dog. And Trevor Noah used to have a dog when he was a child, and somehow the dog was stolen by one of his neighbor's kids, and then he went to get back the dog, but the dog never came. So he felt he was ditched and he was cheated. Like somehow he got the dog back again. But later, after a couple of years, when the dog got sick, they took the dog to the vet. The dog couldn't hear, and that is the reason why the dog couldn't come to Trevor when he called the dog. Whenever you go to a client, do not go with giving a solution right away. Try to ask right question. Try to be patient to understand the complete story, and try to feel the empathy for the client. And you're not building a product for them or software for them. You're building it together. So if you feel like the feeling of togetherness, then the product that comes out from it, or the consulting services that we provide, would be really, really good. Yeah, it's a very English name, right? Kevin Jacob. Is that your real name?
Real.
I'm like, yeah. Kevin? Indian? I'm like, yeah. Kev is too cool. I'm not a cool person. The hardest decision.
Silence.
It was to turn down the Google interview and join Eficode. But I don't regret it now. I'm a person who is a jack of all trades, and who is well connected and friends with everybody who can help me out at any situations. That's what I do. I learned from a colleague. I've learned more from the coffee table than from over the last 1 year I've been here. I was born and brought up in a very small village in South India. And I say small, not by the number of people, but with the remote facilities. And when I was in my third grade, we didn't have electricity back home. So stuff like that, Having lived all my life from level 1, 2, 3, 4, I feel I'm so privileged to having led that journey, just because I've learned a lot of life experiences. Also professionally it helps, because when you design a product or design a software, you get to understand how people from each category would want that product to be. You got to put yourself in their shoes and feel how it is, right? If you've actually been in that shoes yourself, that makes it better to design a product or software. To find what makes me happy, I've got to try and do different things. Like, if I ever feel like doing something right now, I got to try it. Like, I should not procrastinate it. That's it. At Eficode particularly, we pay really good attention to life-work balance, and that's the way I would like to put it. The moment I step out of the office chair, I have a completely different life, life full of my hobbies, life full of my friends. And having said that, it's too difficult to do that here, just because apparently the colleagues you have are so much fun that you cannot keep away them after your work as well. A colleague turned to be a good friend of mine, Jonas. He's a swimming athlete, and he trains me for a triathlon. So he actually does train me. Like, we motivate each other to wake up early, and like 6 o'clock we go to the swimming pool early in the morning, and he tracks my score every week. He counts the time, counts my swim strokes. He's a proper coach. I'm glad that he's not charging me anything for that.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
There is always scope for improvement, or it's a continuous process at Eficode. There is never stopping. You keep on improving in all domains, and as a person, as an employee, as a human being.
3, 4, run!